Our first alert chief meteorologist Kendra joins us now, and will we see any more rain from that system?
Not a lot, but we will still continue to see a few light showers from this coastal low, of course, that dumped lots of rain along the coastline. It dumped enough needed rain for us. You know, we've been slipping further into drought. We've needed some widespread rain, and we certainly got it out of this system. We still have spotty light rain coming down around Lawrence County, Spartanburg, over toward Pickens County. And that's going to be the case over the next few hours. Just a few sprinkles, spotty light showers, nothing heavy expected. And then a lot of the moisture is going to start to dwindle with the system. But you can see we've gotten good, pretty high amounts from Monday evening to Tuesday morning, looking at over 2 inches from Hendersonville to Rutherfordton, nearly 2 inches in Spartanburg as well. And you can see the totals well over an inch for GSP Airport, TR, and just shy of an inch in Five Forks. Tomorrow morning, we ought to start to see that sun come out a little bit more, but there'll still be some clouds in the mix. We're not going to shake all of that moisture out just yet. So 72 around the time you're stepping out at 10 a.m. perhaps, and then we've got upper 70s in the afternoon for the mountains, low 80s in the upstate. I mentioned we're going to shake out the moisture for the most part, because as we go into the overnight, just some clouds. Here's Thursday morning, but we will have the opportunity for at least a few heat-induced showers to develop in the mountains and then slide into the upstate. But notice how isolated they are. We're talking about a 20% chance of rain, and then that rain chance should go down to close to zero for your Friday. So good news for some high school football, whatever else you may have going on. Our next big thing is in the future, something we're watching closely. This is next Monday. Maybe some showers just north of us during the early part of the week. But what we're really going to be watching is the Gulf of Mexico. This is next Tuesday. So we're talking about 7 days down the line. But the latest data coming in showing a system at least trying to get organized in the Gulf of Mexico and potentially moving up north toward Florida. But there's been a lot of inconsistency with the forecast, but just an early heads up that we'll be watching the Gulf into this weekend and early next week for any potential development, because ironically, the storms that develop in the Gulf and move up affect us more than the ones that actually approach the Carolina coast often. So we typically see bigger impacts out of those Gulf systems. So that's one reason we're going to be keeping a close eye on the Gulf of Mexico, as this area could get organized. And we will let you know how those trends hold, of course, when we know, you know. So looking ahead, this is the official start to fall this upcoming weekend. And I just, of course, it's going to be the hottest day of the entire next 7 on the first day of fall on Sunday. My family and I are thinking about doing some apple picking, and we always sweat when we do it because it never seems to cool down in time for those fall activities. But we've got a beautiful weekend coming, mostly sunny skies on the way, just a small chance of a shower on Thursday. Then it's next week that we'll be watching the Gulf closely for a potential development. At this point, our area wouldn't get any rain out of a system like that until Wednesday or Thursday. So we've got a good bit of time to watch it. And of course, we'll give you that heads up if we're expecting any kind of significant weather from the tropics into next week. In the mountains, just a slight chance of rain tomorrow. First day of fall coming this upcoming weekend, and then small rain chances starting Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Of course, you can download the Fox Carolina First Alert Weather app by scanning that code on your screen, and that way we can better serve you by bringing you updates on the tropics. In fact, Chrissy and Catherine posted updates this morning on what they were seeing with that Gulf system, and we're going to continue to do so over the next several days so that you can be prepared if we're looking at some big rain next week.